We're here with Toby Philpott, one of the Jabbar performers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tell us about your involvement, your creativity in Star Wars.
Okay, well, I'm inside Jabba the Hutt, but it's not a costume, it's a big puppet, and I'm only one of the 3 guys inside it. There's also like 6 guys that built it that were outside with radio-controlled eyes. So essentially, I'm the left-hand man. Jabba's left hand is my left hand. My right hand is moving his head around and is also inside the tongue. So my friend David Barclay is doing the right hand and the mouth. He was actually doing the dialogue in English. So think of it as a 2-man puppet, but with lots of extra helpers.
Right. And I've heard with your director, Irvin Kershner, you did something rather unique. You asked for a special form of direction.
Yes. Essentially, we didn't say, Toby, can you move the left hand and so on. We asked the director to talk to Jabba as though he's like Marlon Brando's on set. Jabba, can you look angry? Jabba, can you, do bored or whatever? And it's for us to work out how we express that. But it came from working with Jim Henson. If you can imagine, you talk to Kermit, you don't talk to the bloke, you don't look down and look at the puppeteer, can I do this? You talk straight to the puppet. The only problem is, of course, that then everyone actually believes the puppet is real, and you get the director saying, could you look this way? And we go, we can't actually see anything from in here, so... But it really works. It means that you're in character all the time. It means, because it's not CGI, we don't have to rehearse stuff all the time. We'd be practicing. In the morning, when Carrie Fisher came on the set, we could go, good morning, Miss Fisher. You know what I mean? He's actually a live character sitting on the set.
You brought up Carrie Fisher there. Now, you did get to see the slave Leia costume, or you couldn't see outside of where you were?
No, I'm probably one of the only people who hasn't seen her in the slave Leia costume, because we were inside and we only had a very grainy black and white image to see of ourselves. Whenever I went out to talk to her, she's in a white toweling robe.
Shame.
Didn't take it off till I'm back inside. I don't know if it was me that worried her. I don't know, perhaps, No, so I'm one of the few people who didn't see that.
What are some of the biggest challenges of the Jabba role?
The complexity of certain movements, because we knew some of the things we had to do, but some of the stuff we didn't know until the day. I'll give you an idea. Eating the frog.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
The live frog is in the thing. Now I have to turn the head, look down, reach down. Someone hands me a rubber frog. I straighten the head up and I'm bringing the frog up. Dave's opening the mouth. I shove the frog in. He then chews on the frog while I'm letting go of the head and then go into the tongue to lick the lips.
That is hard, relying on other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And we used to work together outside Jabba. Dave and I used to do a lot of practice like I was a juggler. So I taught him to juggle using his right hand and my left hand. So we could stand next to each other just to get in the same tempo, match brains up.
It's tricky stuff, Toby. Now, also, there's been a lot of contention over the years about the prequels against the original trilogy and how the big puppet against the CGI. Now, because GL keeps coming in and changing, tweaking things, is it possible that, what would your thoughts be if they took the original Jabba out to match him up with the prequel Jabba?
Funny, you're the first person who's asked me that, because I worry about that. They've already changed the band, they've changed the song, they've changed the dancers. That's all in the palace, so it's in the same set of things. I think it would be quite tricky to do, because Jabba has quite a lot of scenes, quite complicated scenes, like hitting C-3PO and, Bib Fortuna's leaning in and grab him. But yeah, it's possible. It's George's film. He can do what he likes.
Would it be a worry for you?
Yeah, I'd hate it, because, the first attempts at CGI didn't look right. They're beginning to look right, but they still don't have any weight or presence. Now, if he wants to do it, because he might well want to match them up. There's nothing I can say about it, but, me personally, I would hate to see it.
But then I thought about reversing that and maybe filming it live action again and replacing all that CGI. What about that offer?
Well, that'd be great, but they wouldn't need me. They'd probably have a younger, fitter actor, shall we say, because it took me nearly 30 years ago that I did this, and I was in my 30s then, so... Yeah, it'd be a great idea. John Coppinger, who built Jabba, did actually mention this. We were discussing it with someone about CGI the other day, and he said, you mustn't think, like 50 years from now, graphics might be completely different. But more than that, you wouldn't just be drawing it. 50 years from now, it could be a live robot. You think they've got robots that walk upstairs now and so on. You can have a real Terminator, not an actor in a costume, a real Terminator. So, at that point, you might have a Jabba that isn't painted on the screen or CGI'd, but is actually, a live being that can talk. And if you're talking 50 years, if you're talking next 3 years, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Could be good long term, though, because Star Wars will be around forever.
I think it'll be around forever.
Toby, what does that feel like to have such a good place in history like that?
Well, it's weird because I'm more proud of, being a juggler and teaching all the street jugglers to work up. I helped launch a circus that's been going for 25 years, and we're breaking through now, starting to tour internationally. But no one knows anything about that, you know what I mean? When I die, it's going to be Jabba's tongue dies. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be forever, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.